If you thought the dissing season in hip-hop was over, think again. Childish Gambino recently released his latest album, and on the track, Yoshinoya, he appears to have dissed Drake, but these two legendary figures in hip-hop community beefing with each other is definitely going to make heads turn. But before we get into the whole drama, let's find out who Gambino really is.
I don't talk soft, that's the other guy. Who's the other guy?
I was just talking about other rappers.
I'm just saying, I'm on your side.
Oh, really?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Why do you have beef with Drake?
Donald Glover, who is also known as Childish Gambino, is a singer, actor, writer, director, and stand-up comedian. But Donald Glover doesn't dabble. He has maximized his stats in all categories. Naturally, Bondo Stone is both an album and a feature-length film with a post-apocalyptic sci-fi setting. The soundtrack is a diverse combination of aggressive rapping, Talk My Shit, Yoshinoya, falsetto crooning, In the Night, No Excuses, Steps Beach, and even throwback emo, Lithonia, Running Around. It's a valedictory assessment of everything Gambino has been, followed by an epilogue that shows a proud father at a point close to peace. In a recent interview with the New York Times, Glover said it wasn't fulfilling to continue as Childish Gambino, and I just felt like I didn't need to build in this way anymore. If you read between the lines, Glover appears to be leaving the door open to releasing new songs under a new identity or his real name. Glover now has an abundance of building options in a variety of formats and platforms. He voiced Simba in The Lion King, played a young Lando Calrissian in Star Wars, and is now collaborating with his brother and longtime creative collaborator Stephen Glover to make a spin-off film tentatively named Lando. According to The Hollywood Reporter, he co-created and starred in a loose remake of Mr. and Mrs. Smith as part of a multiple-year, 8-figure overall deal with Amazon Studios. Donald Glover is a big businessman. Childish Gambino, then, is a holdover from a time when he was a little wilder, a very talented figure who still doubted himself and battled to get out of his own way, a restless wanderer taking the scenic way to inconceivable achievement. Glover is not just excelling in different careers, he is also a family man. Being a guy is difficult enough, but being a spouse and father is even more challenging. Aside from the day-to-day problems, every quiet moment spent with children serves as a reminder that they will, hopefully, outlast you. Glover finds the bright side of existential dread on Steps Beach, a beautiful ballad about moments in the sand that will be washed away. If that's the case, why not record a melodic Afropop-influenced duet with your son like Glover does on Can You Feel Me? Existence is transient, apocalyptic, or otherwise. Gambino recently made news for a funny rant on stage at the BET Awards. I have more Grammys than Will Smith, which makes no sense, but I have the same amount of BET Awards as Sam Smith. Does that make sense to you guys?
It doesn't really make sense. I have more Grammys than Will Smith, which makes no sense.
Now don't get
But I have the same amount of BET Awards as Sam Smith. Does that make...
Glover, as usual, established an ambivalent tone. It's difficult to tell how much of his outburst is comedically perceptive versus actually upset over the alleged lack of validation. It's the Black Entertainment Television Awards. How much more entertaining do I have to do?
It's the Black Entertainment Television Awards. How much more entertaining do I have to do?
Notably, the news websites publishing these remarks referred to him as Childish Gambino rather than Donald Glover, as the deepest, darkest, genuine, and most raw expression of the entertainer. He will no longer make music, yet his legacy lives on. Now we know a little bit about this comedian turned rapper and what he is like. Let's get into the whole beef about what actually happened and see if what people are saying is even true. Childish Gambino raps on his latest album, Bondo Stone in the New World. Not as much as you may imagine. The artist mixes bars with sound explorations and electronic flourishes. Yoshinoya is an uncommon exception. Childish Gambino delivers furious rhymes over a trunk-rattling instrumental from producer Triangle Park. In his verses, he takes aim at an unnamed target, but admirers have quickly pointed out clues indicating that the target is there in front of them. According to one idea, the rapper is the latest to target Drizzy Drake. You know, Childish Gambino had previously labeled his viral and smash music This Is America as a Drake diss. Of course, the single gained significant cultural weight and was viewed as an excellent statement on the nature of the music industry and its overshadowing of black issues in today's society. However, Drake, failing to comprehend the gravity of this cultural moment, had slyly clapped back in his arena concerts for his track Headlines, where he branded This Is America overhyped, stating stating it is overrated and over-awarded. The question is, have we heard back from Gambino? While the easy answer was no, the new album changes that. The first verse begins with the line, "I put your boy in the seat," which could be a casual introduction, but it could also relate to Drake's persona as the boy, who is both an actor and a rapper, similar to Gambino, although Gambino argues that he humbles him despite the fact that they both manage these crafts. The bars pick up, leaving one wondering who he's talking about with his biz on the street, while Gambino washes his hands when he eats and segues into a more obvious, yet still obscure bar, claiming people around you ain't slat, which appears to allude to Kendrick's bars about Drake surrounding himself with Atlanta rappers to gain credibility. Not convinced? Let's go deeper. You asterisk in these asterisk s. I'm asterisk into my wife. AK, not silent like a knife. He begins to rap, and our suspicions begin to narrow. Drake is infamous for being a player, and possibly worse according to Kendrick. But that's not what piqued our interest here. The AK bars appear to be a double entendre on AK-47, as a rifle is louder than a stab in the back, but they could also relate to DJ Academics, who has undoubtedly been Drake's megaphone for the entire time, implying that he is talking too much for Drake. On the second verse, Gambino gets to talking about absentee father allegations with the bars in asterisk. Jokes are so dead, but haven't seen they son in a month. This appears to narrow it down to one person who is notorious for uncovering these charges. Further in, Gambino doubles down on the sub, rapping, "Now his career's in a blunt slash these rappers cosplay, the industry comic con," which could be a reiteration of Kendrick's bars about Drake, in which he claims that Drake frequently works with rappers harder than him to gain street credit, that is, cosplaying the culture of hip-hop in America. Integrity W asterisk A. Say what I mean / apologize if I didn't, or clarify if it's written in stone / freak it and leave it alone / give it time. Let the truth come to light / let them catch up / and asterisk's peeping like damn he was right. With these bars in the second verse, it appears Gambino is referring to J. Cole, who fled the Big Three dispute with integrity and an apology. The "let the truth come to light" appears to be a flip on Drake's bar towards Kendrick on Family Matters. When he raps, he raps. These in asterisk is almost 50, and they dress in like a hype beast / used to get the peach milkshake and add the 8th piece / white boy throwing dirt on my name for a think piece. Gambino and Drake haven't had the best connection throughout the years. Fans have also compared Childish Gambino's new album sound to Drake's. Many social media users have linked Bando Stone and The New World to the Six Gods' recent releases, and there are clear similarities. We won't know if Yoshinoya is a diss until Gambino admits it, but we do know there's no love lost between him and Drake. At this point, we all know Drake has become pettier with every passing day. His beefs get more and more nonsensical, and it seems like even the hip-hop community has no idea what to do to keep things under the wraps. His beef with Childish Gambino was nothing more than a joke that was twisted into something way more dramatic, or it could be nothing but a trick to fool the media, but that doesn't mean Drake's name will stop being attached to the most notorious beefs in the hip-hop industry. More than that, will Drake give a comeback about this particular song? Will it turn into a full-fledged beef? Now, none of the assumptions are guaranteed because Gambino never mentions Drake on the album, but the fact that Drake did throw dirt on Gambino's name, arguably to make up for thinking about pieces online, only strengthens our belief. The question is, will Drake respond? Drake and Donald have obviously had a lot of fun fooling with media outlets who publish tales like this, so it seems reasonable to assume that all of this is kayfabe to keep fans entertained. However, depending on how sensitive Glover is to criticisms of This Is America, and there have been plenty since its release in May 2018, Drake and Gambino may mess about and push themselves into a shoot which I'm not sure anyone wants to watch.
Thank you for watching. If you like that video, be sure to subscribe and click another video on screen if you're interested.